Hello, America. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my review of The Family Chantal Season 1 episode. No. Anyway, we see Chantal and Pedro. They're going to a baseball game. Basketball on the brain. They're going to meet his family. Pedro feels pressure to make them, all be on good terms before the family Chantal arrives. Plus, he wants to bring them to the United States. So, he's running that game. Pedro says to Chantal that his family will be well behaved when she asks. So they get there and it's just fake city. Lydia and Nicole hug Chantal. They say, we hear Pedro say, how he could run, he could throw, he could do all of that, but he just couldn't make it. Chantal is like, if you want to achieve your dreams, you can always achieve them. You just got to lose some weight. Pedro is fine the way he is, okay? Sorry. I know that Pedro is not a good person, but just the body type and the face and the hairline is nice. It's really nice. Anyway, Chantal asks Nicole and Lydia, how has everything been? They say, everything's been fine. Chantal asks Pedro to ask Nicole how their mother is. They say the grandmother is, not the best. Chantal says, well, we're here. Instead of saying Nicole in my phone, it said Nickel. Chantal tells Nicole that they're going to go see the grandmother, and then Chantal is like, Nicole is like, now you want to go see my family, but now, you didn't want to see her back then. This episode was really hard for me because it was a lot of Spanish speaking, and Lydia talks so damn slow, and Nicole just be talking, and I'm like, stop. It's TW, too much. Chantal says, you know what? Well, the only reason I'm here is to support, my husband and support you, and my family is here to support me. Chantal says, I'll talk to my family, and tell them maybe they need to not be so rah-rah, but how do I know you want to meet my family? Lydia then says, well, I'll meet your family because, we need to help Pedro. Something to that effect. Pedro's like, we not talking about that. And Chantal is like, translate what she said. Pedro's like, no, I'm not about to translate it. Nicole's like, no, tell her. And did she ever tell her? Did Pedro ever tell Chantal? I'm not sure. But basically, Lydia said she wants to see them to see if they've changed. Girl, have you changed? Have you and your hot trotting ass daughter changed? Anyway, we see the family Chantal. They are finally here. River isn't too pleased to see Pedro because just because they went on that guy's trip does not mean that they're buddy-buddy. Well, that's kind of mean because I thought that they were buddy-buddy. Anyway, Winter is also here. Karen says that Winter needs a reset and to clear her mind. Winter says that her relationship is tense and they haven't spoken since the debacle, and she's been staying at her parents' house. And her mother wants to know everything, so it's made everything a little bit uncomfortable. This is when they all sit down, and I guess it's let's expose Winter hour, and it was unnecessary filler content, excuse me. Chantal comes. Chantal said that she wanted Winter to come because she didn't want her to be alone with Ja, and also she wants Winter to realize that she doesn't need Ja. Winter says she feels heartbroken, but she's just trying to do her. And Chantal is like, well, you're not being appreciated. And, you need to be appreciated. Karen is like, he still owes you an explanation. And Winter's like, okay, I'm done. The scene with talking about me is over. Can we move on to something else? Chantal says that she talked to Lydia and Nicole, and they all played fake nice. And she wants to know if just her parents will come to a dinner with Pedro's family. Then Karen is talking real loud, talking about when someone shows you who they are, believe them, and blah, blah, blah. And some roses smell like boo-boo, and it's her in-laws, okay? So, they're not meeting at dinner. They're meeting in a courtyard. Karen says that this will be good because then they won't be in contact with plates or knives or any sharp objects to stab one another with. Lydia says that they're meeting in the name of peace, so she'll try to do whatever it takes. And they're only doing this so they can get to the U.S. She talks about how since they're apart and, with Pedro being the man of the house and wanting to protect him, that, it's only right for them to want to be together. Girl, my son ain't about to be no man of the house, okay? You can have a little toy house in there that you the man of. But my son is not about to be the man of the house. Let that boy be a little boy. Anyway, I'm sorry. Nicole doesn't understand why Pedro thinks that they need the family Chantal, but Lydia reminds her to be on her best behavior so they can make their little ugly asses to the United States. Thomas and Karen say that the last time that Chantal saw the family Pedro, La Familia Pedro, they were bullying Chantal. But he knows that that Pedro, I'm so sorry for messing up these names. He knows that Pedro wants him to be a father figure. So, he's going to be the voice of reason, but it is sometimes hard being the only father figure there because Lydia said, when I split from my child's father, girl, was you fucking a married man or not? What did Nene say? Close your legs to married men. I'm sorry. Okay, moving on. They thank God for their blessings and they leave. Then we go right back over to Nicole's ugly ass talking about she thought that they were in a cult, back when the fight happened because after they prayed, then River threw himself at Pedro. And people like that aren't normal. Lydia says that if the situation turns violent, she will snatch Karen's wig off the floor and sweep the floor with it because Karen gonna have to step to her. Both of them seem like they just do TW much. Nicole says that Lydia should wear something that she can take off quickly just in case you need to hit them with it. Bro, I'm about to carry a blade up under my tongue if I was Karen, and I don't even like Karen, and I'm about to stab somebody up. Because you motherfuckers getting on my nerves. Talking about take something that you can hit somebody with. You ugly bee. So, Karen and Thomas get there first. Karen got on those damn cowboy boots as usual. Pedro says that the last thing he needs from a fight is a fight because it can break up the marriage. We see Lydia and Nicole. They come. Pedro says it's good to... God damn it. Karen says it's good to see you in a very fake-ass tone. Karen says that Nicole looks nice. Nicole says thank you. Nicole says that she'll try to do her best to be nice, but they really need to talk about what happened. Lydia asks, why are they here? Karen says that they're here to see the grandmother. Nicole is like, well, you didn't want to see her when she was healthy. Why now? Karen says that they are here to support Pedro and Chantal and that they love them. And Nicole is like, oh, now you love them. Now you love him. If you loved us, why would you jump on us? And I said, she didn't say she loved your ugly ass. Looking like a mongoose. Bitch, you better... I'm sorry. She do look like a mongoose, though. Chantal says, well, if somebody jumped on you, I would hope that I'd rip their weave out, too. Pedro then translates it and says, well, I want to rip your weave out. And Lydia's like, I don't have on weave. And then Chantal got mad because she like, Pedro, you are not translating this right. This is setting the mood incorrectly. And Karen is like, if someone jumps on my kids, I'm going to protect them. Lydia says, I'll attack you because you jumped on my daughter. She says if it wasn't for the plan, she snatched her wig. Pedro is worried that they'll fight again because his mother is like an eagle. That's what he said. Lydia stands up, then Karen stands up. Karen says in her confessional that she didn't even know what was being said because they were talking in Spanish. But when she seen Lydia stand up, she knew she had to stand up. Thomas is like, chill out, chill out, chill out. Me and Karen don't know what's being said, so can you translate it so we can understand? Karen then goes to stand in the middle, and she's like, we need to act like this is counseling and only need to speak one at a time. Then Lydia stands up again, and she says in her confessional that she didn't know what was going on, but she seen Karen standing up, so she knew she had to stand up. Y'all, come on. Nicole says that they are not a good American family, and they're not their idea of a good American family. Karen says, well, I don't know what you think an American family is, but I won't let someone come beat up my family. Lydia says, you attacked my children. And then Thomas is like, okay, all this is fucking done. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Karen says that she felt like it was time to go because there was a spirit of confusion and delusion. And when there's a spirit of confusion and delusion, in the words of William G. McCrae, then that's where the devil is. Okay. And she didn't want the devil around. Okay. Chantal leaves with her family. She felt like she had to stick up for her family because once Pedro translated it wrong, then it was a snowball effect. Okay. Karen says that they're over it and they're crazy. Pedro thinks that he's giving more to the situation than Chantal is, and he feels like Chantal is never by his side. Nicole says that in order to get over the past, you have to work through it. And Chantal is talking to her family, and she says, well, maybe the way that they were talking so fake nice to me yesterday, I feel like this is a setup to hit me with the bullshit again. What did Candy's mama say? What if Todd came with a setup to hit you with the bullshit? What she say? You know what I'm trying to say. Then Lydia and Nicole are saying something bad about the family Chantal. They are looking at Pedro like this until Pedro says something bad, and you can tell that they love when Pedro speaks negatively about his wife. Lydia's like, you need to let this go. So Pedro goes back to the room. He says, you tried to get the family together and you disrespected me in front of everyone. I've never disrespected your family. She says, well, you should have translated it correctly. Pedro says, you know Spanish. You should have translated it. He says he's tried to make it work, and you need to hear my family. And Chantal says, you're adding fuel to the fire. And they both say that they have double standards. And then she's like, no, because you let your mother and sister say whatever, but I can't say whatever. Good night. And she leaves. And Pedro says, you always want to run away. And then that's the end. Chantal did not say, you bitch ass, slut ass whore. I had hoped that it would have went to that point, but I understand that it didn't. Maybe next time. Good night. Anyway, I'm done with this. You know, we keep these reviews under 15 minutes. So if you like this review, you can like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Everything else you need to know about me will be in the bottom bar below. My name is Brielle. I make beats. I sing songs. If you like what you see, come on along. Bye.